Alright, welcome back, folks. We're continuing our Master of Magic game here. I think this is the third session. We're playing Montezuma with Life Magic here. We've been running a Life Magic plus Halfling Slingers expose here. At the end of the last session, we actually killed a Skydrake with our main force here. They're now the size of a Lion's Heart. Yeah, we found the Lionheart spell as a reward from one of these... we found Lionheart as a reward from one of the things, and we also got Invulnerability as a reward. So the Slingers, it's the Heroism plus Lionheart plus Invulnerability just makes these units like almost impossible to kill. They just get so strong with all those things combined together. I didn't even put Invulnerability on these guys. They don't really need it. They have 40 health. They don't really need Invulnerability, even though it would be very good on them. But I am trying to put the Lionheart plus Invulnerability combo on my heroes. So Pizarro the War Monk already has that combo, and I think I'm casting Lionheart now on Cortez, and I'll try to put that ability on him as well. In terms of fame, we're actually getting close to the 40 fame mark, which is where you can get the best heroes. They start showing up at 40, and then we just have to make sure we have like several hundred gold in inventory so we can hire them if they would pop up. The odds rate, I actually checked before doing this game. The odds for a hero to show up right now are 2% each turn. So we have 1 in 50 odds for heroes to show up at the moment on any given turn. So at the moment, we're trying to clear out all the monster camps on this island. And then I'm planning on settling it. I was able to take over this Lizardman village. The Lizardmen can provide the terrible spearmen for the rest of the island. And then otherwise just supply food. So I was going to get, I looked over this off stream. I decided I would put 3 cities down. I think the spots I liked were this spot here, even though it's not coastal. That's just such a nice spot. And then I think I like this spot here, which I believe is still coastal. Is just a nice spot for a city. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a hill tile. That's like the, oh wait, no, there is a hill right there. That tile, and then up here... Not quite as strong, but I think on this tile, on this swamp, I think is the other spot I liked up there. So, and then there would be room for another city up here, but the land quality is lower up here. It's a lot of desert. I don't think it's necessary to cram in like more cities just for the sake of having them. So I'm going to try to get them. I can get them out of these spots here. I'll rush by them out of Antilia and out of Flying Snake. Oh, there was also a really good comment that I wanted to point out. Someone pointed out that I actually had one of my nodes taken over by the yellow AI, Ariel. They came down here and they took over this node, and like that's what these units were doing. So we're going to take that back at some point. I'm not trying to plunge myself into a war with her, not least because my homeland has like no soldiers defending it. But this city that has the mithril, I'm going to train up slingers, and once we have like 3 or 4 slingers, we can just start clearing them. And then we can start heading for their homeland. I'm also going to try to turn this city, Luckbug, into a place where I can build ships. Because I'm going to need ships to get up there. So I had thought about that long term. Okay, let's go ahead and continue then. Cortez has made a level. Excellent. Alright, this is the one that's trying to build slingers. So we need to get up to a alchemist guild for that. So we'll start working towards that. I'm also running a huge food surplus here. So let's try to get some actual production going. Select the target for Lionheart. Alright. That needs to be... Cortez. There we go. So, yeah, what is it? So Cortez, it's 210 XP to get this. Pizarro's not that far off either. These guys are actually gaining experience pretty quickly. Alright, so Lionheart gives... Yeah, we wanted the extra... I wanted the extra health here, and now I'll get Invulnerability as well. Just for safety's sake. It's not like there's any other spell I need to cast right now. Oh, I will need to cast... I will need another Magic Spirit for this. And we have this node to take over. So we have 86 magic power. Well, that was a good one. Was that the max? Yeah, we rolled the max. 10 is the most you can get. Really, really nice. Cool. Alright, next up, let's go grab this one. Unfortunately, we can't get there this turn, even with 2 movement. This is the fastest we can go. Now, I said I wanted to put a city on, what was it, on this tile right here? Okay. And then we'll just continue roading through the wilderness. All right, this city here, we're now size 2. So this city can get settlers out. So we'll rush by that. Barracks, settlers. And we have a small amount of extra food at the moment that we could... Oh, that's 8 turns either way. Maybe another city we can get something out. All right, so that settler will come out next turn. 1, 2. So we can load that up. And then this boat here. Oh, shoot. See, that can happen sometimes. I just put that this unit on a go-to order. No. Left-clicking puts them on a go-to order, unfortunately. It wasn't a big deal, but the movement in this game is literally backwards from what it is in Civ 4. Oh, hello, what's this? Great Worm. No, I don't particularly feel like committing suicide with my scout here. I did not scout this node. Another Great Worm. Well, at least we got to check it out. Now, did I explore this tower? I'm assuming I did. Gorgons. They're pretty nasty, but slingers would kill them. Anyway, where was I? I was trying to wake up this boat here, but I have to right-click on it, not left-click on it. We can actually do boat chaining here. Like, if you see me play Civ 4, you probably see me do boat chaining at some points in time. Alright, so we got a settler coming out here. As soon as this grows to size 2, it needs like 5 more turns. I'll get a settler out of there as well. Ferry him down here. And then I can build defenders out of that terrible city. Okay. Otherwise, we're just doing a lot of econ stuff right now. In terms of spell research, we might want to research Resurrection soonest just so I can get more... I can research a better spell. For the moment, though, I'm just continuing to pump casting skill. I'm actually getting a point in casting skill almost every turn right now. Again, the formula is it's double whatever is here I have to spend on skill to get the point. So I have to spend 108. So I'm almost getting that each turn. Oh, look at this. Another mage. Excellent. Very, very nice. Now, one thing that's nice about Jair is the sage contributes research every turn. Oh, windwalking is also nice too. The unit and all units stack with it allowed to fly. Well, guess what? We don't have to build boats no more because this guy can allow anybody stacking with him to fly. Very nice. And in addition to this, he's also a caster. So if he's in that fortress, we can cast faster. Cool. Very nice. Oh, we need a name for this. I mean, there's a lot of other... There's still other really good life spells that I have not got a chance to show on stream. I don't need that much more for, for the army, but there are actually some high-level life spells that are amazing. Like Crusade is really, really good. That gives a free level to every unit. And if you're already elite, they actually go to a stat beyond that. From Jane to Jayan. Jayan to... Okay. Jayan. Apparently the apostrophe key you can't use here. Sure. El Dorado has grown into a hamlet. Alright. So here's the capital, by the way. Just produced a Parthenon. That gives us 3 magic power per turn. Also reduces unrest. So we're trying to push our way towards paladins here. Because I want to show off paladins before the game comes to a close. Problem is, for that I need a cathedral, which is very expensive. So, yeah. We need a war college. We need a war college, and we need a cathedral for that. Those are the 2 buildings. So we might as well do the university right now. Let's see, that's 300. 7 turns. Oh, this is that Clacon town that's so bad. Because it has all these unhappy people in it. Well, we'll just keep working on what we can here. And we could use it for military if we wanted, but I don't really need to fight anybody up here. We'll do the Forester's Guild because that gives us extra food. Doesn't lead to anything else, but... And the Clacons are productive. Alright. 1, 2 on the road. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. We'll stop there. Next turn we can jump in the boat and move. Alright. So there's just, yeah, we should be able to clear this pretty easily. To sit the clackouts on trade goods? No, not yet. I'll put them on trade goods. Okay, I mean, this is literally one unit of cockatrice. Okay. Wow, 20 gold. Cool. 20 gold. I'm trying to think where I want to build this road. Now, I wanted to put a city here, so I'll build the road like here, here. We want it to curve like down here. Anyway, for right now, I think they go here. All right. Now, we are going to cast Heroism on this unit, but we can't cast it just yet. We have to wait until we're done casting the Invulnerability spell. So for right now, I think you just stay in the capital because we actually get 3 points of casting skill as long as you're standing in here. So you can just hang out here for right now. We need 260. We can probably research that in 2 more turns. All right, you missed this one little dot up here, and it's gonna bug me if I don't get that last dot field. Stone Giant. We could definitely clear a Stone Giant with our current army. All right, we have some extra food here. Let's move a little bit of that power over. Just so we have plenty of magic points, but we are burning through some of that mana each turn. All right, now one of these towns just hit size 2. El Dorado, yes, you need... Okay, El Dorado needs to rush by its Builder's Hall. We can do that next turn, because we want it to pay the swapping penalty. I think that was the main thing I needed to change. And then here, you can go back to your marketplace. I mean, we're going to brush by another settler out of you in 10 turns or whatever, but... Ah, right, we have extra food headway. That's what I was looking at. All right, you are working on a very slow cathedral. Can shave a turn off that there. So we have this extra food headway. Down to 8 turns. That seems worthwhile. Okay. Hi, Roadkill. Again, we're trying to produce this. I should probably have emphasized this. Yeah, I should probably try to emphasize this because I can actually get this to the nice 20 breakpoint. Although I think at this point it doesn't matter. But yeah, I should try to emphasize production here because I'm trying to get the Alchemist Guild so then we can get out slingers, Mithril enhanced slingers. All right, so this. Where am I actually unloading this? Like, what's the fastest way to get it down here? It's probably to unload on, like, this tile here. 1, 2... Actually, you know what? We don't need the ship chain here. It's not really going to help us. We'll just unload. Oh, come on. Oh. This game's movement rules are so silly. Apparently because I activated that unit and then moved it in the ship, now it can't unload. This game's movement rules are very weird sometimes. That's okay. I guess we'll unload it next turn. I'll unload it onto this tile next turn, and then it can move down the road, which is fine. You know, whatever. All right. We got that little patch cleared up. Why don't you clear out this area over here? So far, we're not seeing a lot in the Mirror Realm. There is an AI here. Sisra is here. Overall, though, these turns are kind of quiet, which I'm fine with. Like I said, what I want to do is clear out this island, and then we'll get back in the boats. And then I think we'll go pay this wizard a visit. Let's see, if we put all our stuff in research, I think we can 2-turn this. We only need 1. Yeah, let's let's see if we can do this. All right, so if we put everything in research, I guess we can't quite knock it out this turn, but next turn we'll be able to. Remember, there's no spell overflow. All right, invulnerability. That's going to go on Cortez as well. All right, and now you can come back up this way. you are heading over here because we're going to need to pick up a settler out of there shortly. Sadly, we can still only move 1 tile per turn with these guys. Let's move you there. All right, from right here, it looks like you need to head east. Do I really need to clear out every single tile? No, but I will anyway, because it bothers me having the dark spots on the map. Phantom Beast we could easily kill if we could get our military over there. It's on the other plane of existence, though, so that's a little bit tricky for us right now. Still, we're doing a good job of exploring. All right. Quiet turn. Resurrection. 80. We need to put 80 into research. Again, there's no research overflow in this game, so we prefer not to waste. Looks like we can only do that much. 84. But this way we'll get to see a new spell. Hopefully we'll get something good. Also, if one of our heroes would die, that would be nice. All right, so first we want to cast Heroism on our new hero. So we'll work on that. We have enough magic that we can dump a little bit more gold there, just to make sure we don't run out. We also have a granary to rush, or builder's hall to rush by here. Okay, so by that, and then over to the barracks. That gets us halfway to the builder's hall. It is cheaper to do this. Alrighty. Now, as far as how much pot we have over here, we almost can rush by the settler out of here, which again is going to go down to this spot, and then we need one more settler for over here. Actually, I'll have the settler out of here go to this spot, because that's like closer. And then the next settler out of here, which is like, again, 6 or 7 turns away, can come down to that spot. And we should have a road built by the time we get there. Giving ActRaiser vibes. I'm familiar with ActRaiser. I don't think I ever actually played it, though. It had the building phase, then the combat phase. Awareness is kind of nice, but the thing is, we're going to have everything, we're going to have like the whole map research just with our scouts. We don't really need this. At this point, I think we just want to continue knocking out cheap spells, because the sooner we knock out these cheap spells, we could do Dispel Evil. That's somewhat useful. Not really, but somewhat. Actually, True Sight could be useful in if there's Disenchant Area is probably the most useful of these. We don't need Summon here. We already have 3 heroes at this point. All right, Builder's Hall. We'll do the Granary next turn. I usually try to do both those. All right, Heroism. We got to get our new hero. This gives Jayan 2 levels for free. So now let's look at those upgraded stats. Yeah, now we get 12 research points a turn from Sage. Caster 30 magic points. Wow. Nice. Also +1 to hit. Now, when it gets to 120 XP, this will just disappear, which is what's happened on my other heroes. So that's pretty nice. We can probably hold off on casting the other spells until he's ready to go into combat, because they'll just be a drain on our mana right now. So that's certainly nice. Now, if you look at our casting skill, look, casting skill goes up to 71 because he adds half of his casting skill to what we have, and his is 30. So if you ever need to cast the Spell of Mastery at the end of the game, bring your casting heroes back. All right. And he also gives us a decent amount of research points, too. What does he give us in terms of research points? 12 per turn. I mean, that's not nothing. That's decent enough. Anyway. So this settler is moving to this spot. I could put it on a go-to order, but I don't trust the game when it comes to go-to orders. Spells. We need to cast we need another magic spirit. It's the next thing we need. And I can't remember, did I have I believe I have some items here I can share. Oh no, unfortunately he can't use most of these. But we do have this wand, plus 10 spell skill. We don't even have to pay the penalty because we didn't have to move it. So now we get +2 spell attack, and now he's a caster 40 magic points. So now he's adding 20 to our casting skill. If we needed to cast spells. Yeah, 76. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. We can cast spells at 76 mana a turn as opposed to 66 or 56. And increasing it does scale off of this number, not the 76. Anyway, in terms of research, 10 turns even if we don't put anything in there. Let's see. You are going to want to pick up another settler soon. So I'm going to move you there. And then there should be just enough time for these guys to ferry the settlers over, followed by, let's see, here. And then this is the spot for you for right now. There should be just enough time to ferry the settlers over and then go pick up the army. Hey, we can actually get one of these next turn. All right, let's clear this first. We'll go here, then here, then here, then here, and then back on the ships. And then that's the whole island cleared. I think we can deal with war bears. Whoa, I actually survived a one hit. Okay. I mean, it didn't give us anything, but we needed to clear it out so we don't have to worry about rampaging monsters coming after us. After our settlements. And you never know. Sometimes you might get something. Oh, there's a city. Here's the last AI. If I could summon something, like, oh, he's Cicero is actually Dark Elves. They're one of the strongest races, but everyone hates them, and all their stuff is very expensive. Now, he's also white magic, so we might be able to trade Mirren and Node Master. He has the full complement of 6 heroes. We might be able to trade for a spell with him, so let's see if we can trade. He likes us because he also uses white magic. That's why he has the green eyes. Problem is, relations will inevitably start declining. So let's see if we can trade for anything first. Oh, cool. Well, let's go ahead and... This is the one we're researching, right? Okay, so he wants much better spells. Summon hero. He can have detect magic. That's fine. Cool. Okay, and now we get a chance to pick some other spells. Okay. Good thing we didn't invest much in that skill before we lost it. All right, so here's summon. Oh, we have the summon champion spell. Let's do it. So this summons the best hero in the game, Tauren the Chosen. Let's do it. We're gonna research this, and in fact, we're gonna research that. We're not gonna increase our casting skill. We're gonna unlock Tauren as fast as we can. I want to show you guys the game's best hero. So if we actually put everything into research, we can do it in just 10 turns. Have to remember to dial down spending at the end. Cool. So then we can have slingers on over here. So we're kind of going to build a second army. We'll have slingers plus our wind mage who has wind walking, so everyone can walk across water. And then we'll have Tauren as like a melee unit. If we just have like 3 or 4 slingers, then that's all we need. And we can just run over the world with that, no problem. No, life magic is actually unique. None of the other schools of magic can have a special champion. As I've said, as I've been saying, I think life magic is the strongest of the schools, and that seems to be the general opinion in the unmodded game, that life is probably the strongest. It doesn't have much direct damage power, but it's really, really good at everything else. Okay. So anyway, I can actually cast a spell. Oh no, I'm still casting Magic Spirit. I'm still not done yet. The Magic Spirit's going to come over here, because I should have cast that a little bit earlier, I guess. Because now I'm going to have to wait a couple turns for it to travel over here. But it won't take too long. Oh, and I can rush by the settler in here. Oh, no, never mind. One more turn. One more turn. Hi. They always pop up to say hi. Link Mario Samus loves Age of Empires, which is a game I have literally never played and have not expressed any interest in playing, but he's a big fan of Age of Empires. I'm just always like, why? I don't quite understand. But anyway, we'll get more production here. So we can do this in 6 turns, so we will. Alright, here's the Magic Spirit. We can set up this town next turn. It'll be an outpost, but it should grow pretty quickly. And let's see. Which tile do I want to put this on? If I put it here, I can move onto the tile and road the same turn. So let's do that. All right, and this node has cockatrices, which are, not nothing. They're like mid-tier life units. Okay, well, apparently this island has like just really weak camps. Okay. So that happened. Alright, and I think that we have finished the... oh wait, why am I on the mirror plane here? Oh, because my unit just went there. We have finished clearing the entire Antarctic. So this Magic Spirit we can actually dismiss. Thank you. Thank you for your service. I'll reclaim the 1 mana per turn that it costs to maintain you. Meanwhile, I have 4 of them flying around on the other plane, just defogging. Remember, the AI hates it. The AI gets annoyed if you end units right next to their cities. So I try not to do that if I can avoid it. All right, money. Money spending. So here, we're going to get the settler. Let's see. These poor cities have been delayed in their development because they've been pumping out settlers, but... no, not engineers. Barracks. And then the settler. It's all good. They'll be able to start growing. This is the last round of settlers I'm pumping out. And you still need... Yeah, you still need more time. But you, on the other hand, can do your granary. So, spearmen. On to barracks. On to granary. There we go. How's this little town coming along? Oh, it's still an outpost. Okay. It should pop. It's on 9 out of 10. It should pop out soon. And then we'll rush by the stuff there. We should probably whack that burrow on the north coast. Which one? We're going to get this, and then they're going to get picked up and put on the ships. Now I have I have basically no defenses here on this gigantic island. This one here. This huge island that has been barely touched by anyone. It's a good thing that this was settled by the weakest AI, Rajak. He just... I raised some of his early outposts, and he just never really recovered from that. Okay, now is there any spell I could be casting that I need right now? I don't know that there is. We could do Detect Magic. Oh yeah, we can do Detect Magic because I have now confirmed that Cherie is not in the game. This tells me what spells the wizards are casting. Sure, we'll do Detect Magic. I can't show you Cherie because Cherie is not clothed appropriately. Okay, well that's not good. All sources of magic power have shorted out. But I can weather this better than the AI can. Alright, so over here... This is just another one of our early settlements. Eldorado's just getting started. Yeah, we still need a little time before you're large enough. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter that much. The main thing it means is now, look at this. I just get nothing in terms of mana each turn. So that's going to delay. We just get our base research and that's it. So we just make no progress towards researching anything. It is what it is. So if you look on the graphs, magic power is real high here. By the way, Cicero is definitely the strongest AI if you're curious. This is it's gonna on the bar graphs, it's gonna all drop down to 0 next turn. All right, so you're gonna come here. And you're going to continue building this road. We want it to connect down here. And now here we're going to grab this. Okay, this is the tile I wanted. We need a name for this. No, Cherie, I mentioned this on the first session I did, but Cherie, she's wearing a loincloth, and that's it. And it is... Everything is in view. I have no idea why that's in this game. If you really want to see what it looks like, just Google Cherie, Master of Magic, and you will see. All right, we need a name for this outpost, though. So I'll give the chat a minute if they want to... This is probably not going to be a terribly important city. Laima, okay, you got it. I believe, if I remember correctly, is that your dog's name, Roadkill? If I'm remembering, I know you suggested that a bunch of times on different streams. All right, we do have a little bit of a food, extra food here. So I can probably increase production in a city. I don't think I can do it in this city, though, which is the one I actually care about. What is this fire emblem? That city actually probably can dial down spending. Nope, apparently not. How about up here? Okay, we can shave a turn off. That works. The deeper I get into the game, the less likely I am to just like micromanage the food in every city. But early in the game, it can be really quite useful. All right, we need 5 more turns to be able to produce a settler there. Interesting. So this is a unit for hire. This is a dark elf unit. Night elves. They're invisible, so the AI can't see them. They're basically like assassin units. Honestly, sure. We've got money to spare. They're expensive, but sure, why not? I can give them Lionheart and they'll have 5 HP. This would be another nice... Well, I think there's only 4 of them. How many figures does a Nightblades unit have? I'm kind of curious how many figures they have. Is it 4? Because if it's like 4, then it's worth off. If it's like 2 figures, then it's not worth it. This is a Dark Elf unit, I believe. Nightblades. 4 figures. They're 4. That's probably worthwhile. Because I can soup them up with more stuff. Alright, I'll bite. Here we go. Detect magic. That's what their icon looks like? Interesting. They already come as elites. Okay, so I mean, yeah, they can just chill here for right now. Although I will, while I'm thinking about it, I'll cast the spell that gives them +1 movement endurance. Also, I've been spending magic pretty aggressively here. We can probably just sit back and let our magic meter fill up at least a little bit. Because I'm going to have to rush by a settler over here too. Okay, well we can unload on that tile next turn. Alright. Guardian Spirit? Wow, all the camps on this island are really weak. Alright, hey, 50 mana is 50 mana. I'm not complaining. Alright, now if we move here, we can build this road here too. Almost there and ready to merge with that node. Not that it's going to matter because we can't, until the mana short is out. Oh, we got a 50 gold. Hooray! Nightblades, sorry. No problem. Nightblades are basically assassins. They're invisible. They can kind of run around the battlefield invisible and try to take out like key targets on the other side. I don't really like them that much as a unit, but I mean, I had enough money, so it wasn't a big deal. That said, 360 gold was not cheap to buy them, but as I said, I'll have Jayan and these Nightblades, and then I'll have some assassin. As usual, the game's probably going to be over before I actually manage to get paladins deployed, but we'll see. And I did rush by that granary, didn't I? Yes. Okay. You want the granary because it adds extra faster population growth. I usually just try to get the builder's hall and the granary up, and then once that happens, also, over here, this turned into a hamlet, so we need to get a granary and a builder's hall up here as well, because it grew pretty quickly. Always places you can put your money, and then Laima will start growing into a hamlet as well. So I have a lot of money, but it's still not infinite money. Like, it still does take some time. Alright, so now we actually got a couple things that opened up from building the university. We can do the Wizard's Guild, which is 8 research, although it does cost mana. 8 research a turn. It also costs 1,000 production, which is a lot. You can also buy this. This is another 50% production, but it costs 600. So that's pretty expensive. The bank gives you more money. Relatively cheap by these standards. So what we're going to need, again, to build paladins, we need the cathedral, and then we need a war college. But in order to get the war college, we have to go down the military line of buildings. Again, because all this is expensive, we probably want to do the Mechanics Guild soonish, but I'll do the bank right now because it's less than half the cost. And we can do it in 6 turns, apparently. Again, the town is still growing. But, yeah, you do get a lot of extra production if you build that. Again, it just takes so long to get all the way down the tech tree to where paladins are. They're great, great units, but they take a long time to get there. Alright, let's see. We don't really need military stuff. This stables actually doesn't seem to do anything here. It doesn't lead to an Animus Guild. Shipwrights Guild doesn't lead to any more buildings. So, Yeah, I mean, we could try to unlock stag beetles, but I don't know that we really need stag beetles. That's the top Clacon unit. I think you guys who said just put it on trade goods are probably right. I don't think there's anything else we need to build here. I guess we could try to do engineers, but I think it's probably just trade goods. This is basically just like stop trying to do anything. And this, we can use this to free up food for cities we care about. It converts some of your production to gold, but I'd actually rather convert this to food for other cities. So now other cities can get extra stuff. All right, so here's our Mithril town, Slinger Central. So if we build the Alchemist Guild, that'll unlock our ability to get out the slingers. We are going to need more happiness here first, though. So I think we need to do the temple first. Because otherwise the city's going to be unhappy soon. I think it gets unhappy at size 9, and we're going to need the 10 turns. So we'll do that. All right, endurance. We wanted that on the Nightblades, I think. So that they can move 2 tiles and keep up. All right. Let's finish the road here. And then we have a road connection almost all the... Oop. I'm not going to be able to unload this now, am I? Because I woke it up. Let's just see. Yep, see? See? Because I clicked that one tile, now I can't unload the... Because I clicked on this, now I can't unload it. That sucks. I should have just unloaded it on this tile, because then I could have moved the ship away. It's okay, but it's going to slow down the transit time of the army. Oh well. So that happened. Again, movement rules in this game are kind of funky. Anyway. No backseas, by the way. The game does not auto-save. And since I'm not, like, constantly saving every turn, I can't just, like, reload and fix that. It's ultimately a relatively minor thing, but it's still annoying. So I have to wait another turn now to drop off that unit. I could have dropped it off this turn otherwise. Very silly. It's an old... the game's from 1995, so... I also would like it if this mana short would end. The mana short, if you see, like, look, see how everybody is dropped. Everybody drops off the face of the earth on this. Yep, see, our magic power doesn't exist. It's just kind of annoying. So I'm not going to cast any more spells at the moment. My mana is draining away already. Like, it doesn't really matter what I do. If I go to the magic, like the sliders, it's like, look, it doesn't matter where I click these. Of course, the AIs all suffer really badly from this, too. They all have their mana, like, drained out by this. So, hopefully that'll end sooner or later. Oh, we have an unhappy person here. Okay, so yeah, size 9. So we need a temple here. I should have built the temple first here. I didn't know I was going to get... I should have realized I was going to get an unhappy person. Should have done the temple first and then the Forester's Guild. But it's alright. Luckbot. Okay. We built the sawmill. We do have a... Oh, no, we don't have a shrine. We need a shrine that's going to get unhappy at the next... It's going to get unhappy on growth, which is going to happen in, like, 2 turns. That's okay, though. Alright, Builder Hall done. We need the granary here. We'll get that shortly. We also have gone into negative food, so we'll need to grab some food from somewhere. We already have max food running at our Clacon, and at my Lizard Man is also max food. By the way, there's an unhappy Lizard Man here, but I don't really care. Halflings are easy to get along with, but you do still need to provide some happiness. Alright, can we cut down the bank time here? Nope. One of these cities I can probably dial down spending now. Yeah, here we go. That frees up a little food there. Okay. I hate it when I have to, like, go hat in hand to every single town. I'm not slowing that down. I'm not slowing that down. Alright. Looks like the only place we can go is this cathedral build. We can slow up by 1 turn for slightly more food. Okay. Here we go. Alright, so we finished that road. And then these guys are going to be waiting a couple turns anyway, so let's head down here. And road this tile. All right, meld 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We're able to unload this. Now we just need the one more settler. And over here, 2 more turns until we can rush by a settler. So you just have to continue waiting there. Oh, we found something over here. That's another neutral city with trolls. I could get some units over here. I could definitely fight those trolls, but for the moment, we're just on a scouting mission. Giant spiders. But we're getting ready to ship the army over here. Actually, I think that this guy's about to level soon. He needs 13 more XP, Pizarro. Alright. This island's camps were pretty pathetic. 50 mana, sure. That pays for our income for 1 turn, right? Alright, we need a name for this one. Do I have an ally who needs horses to fend off barbs? If anyone, I'll again give Chad a chance to... What was it? We had a suggestion for the other one that got taken by Laima. What was the other suggestion up there? Well, actually, no, I don't guess we didn't have one. Deep Forest 9. That sounds great because it's in the forest. So we got 2 outposts here. Lima's almost turned into a city. While I'm thinking about it, by the way, I'm going to rush by this granary. And by that, I mean rush by a spear that then magically becomes a barracks. That then magically becomes a granary. By the way, this was in Civilization 1 as well. The rush by. If you're wondering, like, why am I doing this? How does this work? If you rush by something with nothing in the box, it's 4 times the production cost. If you rush by something that has something in the box, but it's less than 50%, it's 3 times the remaining production cost. If you rush by something that's halfway or more completed, it's 2 times the remaining production cost. But since you can swap production at any time, you rush by something cheap, then rush by something a little bit more expensive, and then a little bit more expensive, so that you're always at half the box full or more, and it makes it cheaper to rush by. It's very dumb that the game works this way, but it does actually work this way. Okay, next turn we can swap over there. I might be able to swap the settler this turn, and then it would finish next turn, but I don't know if how that resolves. I don't want to disband this city, so I'll just wait 1 more turn. I guess I could save and reload as a way of testing it, but I'd rather just, it's not worth it. Yeah, not worth it. Anyway, on Mirror, all the roads are magical, which means that they cost no movement to use. They're like basically they're railroads from the original Civilization. If you played that game, you just have infinite movement on them. So I mean, that's really nice. You can move units around super fast, but you have to be warned because there's no cultural borders in this game, so the enemy can also move on your magical roads infinitely. So they can run deep into your back lines. By the way, when's this mana short going to run out? This has been going on and on and on for some time now, and it's getting pretty freaking annoying. But anyway, we'll rush by the settler next turn. Go drop this settler off. Pick up the army. Settler can make its way down here on the roads. And yeah. And then we'll load up these units and go pay the green wizard a visit, shall we? What does she have? Okay, she has nature. She has a lot of nature magic. So there are some annoying things you can do with nature magic. But she also has 19 magic points, so she's not going to be able to do much with it. Alright, I said Pizarro was going to level soon. Nice. More health, more attack, more resistance. Alrighty. Let's do the Sages Guild for some more research. Now this costs 120, so we can free up a little food here. It's going to be 4 turns. We can't get up to 40 per... Oh, we can get up to 40. That's going to cost too much food, though, so we'll just put it at 30 production. Alright, granary done. Smithy. Up here, we'll get the settler out. Same thing again. Someday this... these poor cities We'll stop getting hit up for settlers constantly. I feel kind of bad for them. We can actually do this. It gives us slightly more gold. Alrighty. You guys can start moving out, and then the other ship will have to pick up the other 3 slingers. So you guys chill for the moment. Let's see. So we'll put the city here, so I won't bother building a road there. Yeah, no need to waste a turn of movement going there. We'll just move and build on the same turn. All right, you chill. If I could put enchantments on magical creatures, which is what these are, the flying creatures are magical. You can't put most enchantments can't be put on them. I could actually clear some of these camps just with the magical spirits if I was able to dump stuff on them, but I kind of can't. Anyway, we have a little bit of extra food surplus, so we might be able to speed up the build of something somewhere. Can I get that turned back on the cathedral? Nice. Although here I can, yeah. Would be nice if this mana short would end. It's been going on for quite a while now. Is there any city that... No. Oh, here. I don't need you on the settler here anymore. You should be on... Wait, what? Oh, we finished the smithy. Okay. That means we can do farmer's market, right? What am I missing here? Oh, no, we need marketplace, then farmer's market. That's right. And this town's arcade. Okay, I guess I have a little bit more food than I need at the moment. I guess I'll just have to float the 5 food right now. Was going to call it Cold Harsh Land. Well, we can put... There's a name for... We can always put that down here, because this is going to be a tundra city down here. Alright, Lima grows up. Good. Don't worry, I'm coming for you, little slingers. We won't try to fight until we have those units up here as well. 1, 2. Looks like we can pick them up next turn. Remember, as soon as you click that done button, you are done. You can't move any further. Alright, you come up here. Oh man, I missed a tile. No! Oh, another wizard tower. I've scouted that on its other side. It would also be good to get... Well, I was going to say it would be good to get a settlement here. Because this spot has adamantium, which is the even stronger version of mithril. The problem is, it would just take too long to set up another halfling city here. I think that on the mirror plane, we'll just try to conquer stuff and not actually build cities. We can probably get over here. There should be a tower somewhere over here. Is there an offshore? Yeah, there's an offshore tower here. We might be able to go through here to have access to the other plane. That said, we also maybe just need to get a city down so we can use it to build ships. Like, we could just rush by ships out of a city to move units around. Might have to look to doing that. Because at the moment, my access to the other realm is through this tower right here. So maybe I will need to hit up one of these cities. Maybe like this one for another settler. And then just use it to rush by ships out of there. Yeah, in a way, Cicero's close to our core, potentially. I still don't really know where he is, but I suspect he's over here somewhere. He's probably over here somewhere, because we haven't seen him. Yeah, I've had that happen. I've had that happen to, like, there's a... Oh, hello, there's a raiding group here. We can kill them, though. Well, that's not scary. I've definitely had a huge force pop out of a tower out of nowhere. And then it's like, oh, uh-oh. Oh, here we go. And then, no, we already did the granary here. What am I saying? But Lima, this is the one we need to, we can rush by the Builder's Hall here next turn. All right, spears. Well, guess what? We have a lot of spells to deal with that. Most notably, we just put heroism on one of these units, and yeah. I mean, it's like, look at you. You have two attack. What is it? 5 defense, but like we have 3 attack, we have magical weapons, and we have, the big thing is we have the +1 to hit, and we have the 2 health. We have 2 health instead of 1 health. Like, that makes a difference. Plus, even if we needed it, we could just use healing on these guys, which we don't, so that was easy enough. Alright, thank God the stupid magical short is out now. Now we can go back to doing actual research. We can get Tauren in 6 more turns, which is going to be fantastic. Alright, first up, Settler off the boat. Slingers on the boat. Oh, there's another boat up there. I don't really want to engage in boat versus boat combat, so why don't you just hang out here until I can... This is like 1 turn away from unloading. Yeah, we can unload on like this tile. Apparently we can... There's towers to clear there as well. But yeah, we'll just have you guys chill here for this turn. Stupid. Have I almost cleared out that? Well, I'm on the wrong plane, so I can't see the overall map. Oh, hey. Death Knights. Nasty. Death Knights are one of the strongest death-type creatures. Ooh, cleared out almost like a good chunk of this plane. Been able to see a lot of what's over here. Alrighty. So yeah, we're finally back to having magic again. 143 research. So you see, I can see what they're... She's summoning a basilisk, which is a nature unit. We've seen basilisks in some of the nodes. Alright. Spear into barracks. Into the builder's hall. Now there are no units in here right now. I think what I'll do here is I'll rush by this market and then have it build some spear. Is this... Do we have half production? Do we have half of this done? Let's wait 1 more turn and we'll get the market next turn. I'll feel confident that I have half the market. I think it's already halfway done. I don't want to pay the cost of it being less than half done. Alright, this is nice. We got a lot of extra money for finishing a bank in our capital. Now we'll go for a very expensive mechanics guild for the plus 50% production. So that's 600... We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're at 48 production here. But we're going to grow, so we'll get a little bit more. Alright, Lima. Now you need the granary, which we can research shortly. Need like 1 more turn to catch up there. Before I forget... Yeah, now the marketplace is clearly more than halfway done. Alright, it was halfway done last turn as well. But I just wanted to be certain. Now I want you to be all farmers. Yeah. And then we'll build... can we get to 5? We can get... Yeah, we can then turn 2 turn spears out of here for the other cities. Alright, yep. 1, 2... Yep, we can be on the same tile next turn. We have a little bit more... That's right, we have a little bit more fog to clear out. This little patch here. I want a clean mini-map. Where are we here? We're at... Okay, we're up near the north end of the map. We'll clear out the Arctic and Antarctic last. First we want to get the map revealed, and then we can go for my obsessive neatness after that. You should finish this island over here, just to see if there's anything of interest over there before we go wandering off. Alrighty. And you should stop being on settlers. I want you on the marketplace. Okay. Now I will finally let poor Antilla and poor Flying Snake go back to growing, which they will. And in terms of our research, we are 5 turns away from having Tauren done. See, now we get to see what other people are casting. This is, you would see a little portrait of Cherie if she were in the game, which is why I cannot cast that spell. There's the Basilisk. Lot of female leaders in this game, by the way. There's not that many in this game. The AI, by the way, the AI loves to use summoned units. They just spam summoned units like crazy. A lot of them that are not really worthwhile to get. Oh, we got another, okay, we got another leader here. Okay. You know, if I'd known I was going to get this many leaders, I wouldn't have bothered. Okay, well, this is a pretty good Shinba. Let's see. He has leadership. That's good. Increases the attack strength of all units by 1 per 2 levels. Cool, okay. And this increases your fame. Alright, sure. He has Blade Master, which is nice, too. He also has invisibility. Okay. Sure, we'll hire this guy. We need a name for this guy. He's Shredder? Okay, sure. He does look like Shredder. Alright. So, we finished this. That gives us more... we'll do the Alchemist Guild for the... Unless, do we need happiness? I think we actually do need the happiness soon, so we should do the Parthenon right now. Now you are going to go over to doing cheap lizardman spears. We also need to cast heroism on our new leader. I'm going to have to cast heroism on all these units. I am building the makings of a pretty kick-ass army over here, because I'm going to have this new leader, Shredder, who is pretty weak at the moment, but will get stronger. Also, there's an item I believe he can take. I mean, he can take this stuff for now. There we go. Those aren't great weapons. Those are actually pretty bad. Oh, +2 movement, though. The +2 movement's great. He's invisible. He can run around the battlefield being annoying. +5 spell. Okay, the +5 spell skill is... We can get a better sword than that for him. But for right now, you might as well. It didn't even cost anything to put it on him. But yeah, anyway, we're spending money kind of hand over fist. Oop, I knocked over my... Is that +2 to each of the slinger? No, so the way that works, leadership, is it increases... Yeah, yes, actually. Oh, I see. I've actually never had invisible units, so I didn't realize that was the invisibility sign. It's every 2... What is it? Strength... Increases attack strength of all units in combat by 1 per 2 levels of the hero. Yes, so he's level 1 right now. So if we got him up to, like, level 6, that would be +3 attack. Yes, that would apply to slingers. So yes, this is the makings of a truly terrifying unit over here. Probably want it, but we do need to get some slingers out. Yeah, we get the temple, and then we'll work on that in a minute. Okay, wait, did I move the wrong direction? Oh my god. My mouse cursor moved that ship in the wrong direction. It was supposed to be on the same tile as that. Are you kidding me? Whatever. That's so annoying. Again, there's no autosaves in this game, so there's no easy way to do that. Yeah, 3 slingers would be pretty much set. 3 slingers, yeah, that would probably be what we would need, and then we just have all we need. One of the things that tends to happen in this game is you try to make just a stack that the AI can't deal with, and then it just runs over the map. We're basically preparing like a big death blow to go after the yellow AI and take back this node that was taken away. Alright, well, we're not going to see any more. That was actually at a 1% dice roll to see that hero. Look, Holy Weapon Sprites, Enchant Road. The AI loves just spamming spells. We actually really need to get more mana here. But I'm not willing to... I mean, like, if I needed more mana, I can always just do this and raise 100 mana this turn. But for right now, I'm going to keep relying on our alchemy. I've been using alchemy very heavily. Alrighty, you still need your granary. I don't think we're going to see any more heroes. I mean, we're going to be at 5 with Turin, so, like, that's... The limit is 6. We're kind of close to the max that we can get anyway. So it's okay. But, yeah, I am running my golden mana supplies down pretty far here. But that's because I've been setting up, like, a bunch of new cities. Still, it's there to be used, right? We've basically taken over this island completely. There's the sprite graphic there. Alright. So that removed the unhappiness here at Luckbug. Let's do the library, that's cheap. Oh, but no, but we're at 19 production. I don't want to do the library one. It's a 60 production. We'd waste a lot by doing this. We'll go ahead and do the Foresters Guild then. That increases production for future. Hopefully gets us off that ugly rounding number. Alright. Heroism. That goes on our new hero. On Shredder. Let's just see how his stats went up. Just out of curiosity. Okay. No, those are the Nightblades. Did you see the Nightblades got +1 attack from him? Because they were on 5 attack before, now they're on 6. And he, yeah, let's see. And his, yeah, so he definitely looks a lot stronger now. +3 to hit. Jeez, that's a lot. That's a lot. Now, the thing is, he would really benefit from invulnerability so that he doesn't take damage when he's attacking. Now, the problem is he doesn't have that much defense. So, like, he can run in and hit somebody, and he's going to hit really hard because he has the +3 to hit. But he's still relatively low level for a hero, and he needs better items. So we'll keep working on him. Like Jeanne d'Arc doesn't really need invulnerability because he's not going to get hit very often, hopefully. He also has missiles invulnerability, which is fantastic. That means he can't really get targeted by enemy. He can only get targeted by enemy magic attacks. Anyway. Good stuff there. How close are we? Three turns away. We also need to convert some gold. Again, I've been running down my gold and mana supplies quite heavily here. Rush buying stuff everywhere. Alright, you guys. I gotta make sure I don't move those units together on the next turn. Alright. Oh, they actually can't be on the same tile because there's not enough room for them both to be on the same tile, apparently. That's okay. They can be right next to each other. I hate it when that happens. Suddenly we're on the next unit. I was kind of hoping I could get the 50 mana crystals in there. Alright, here's a dwarven town, another neutral. There's some nice neutral towns on this island here. Is there a tower over here? Just out of curiosity. Nope. We could always planar shift to get over there, though, if we really wanted to. That is a spell I have, remember. I did research that, right? Plane shift. So I can teleport all units that are on one map onto another plane if I wanted to. It's expensive, but I could do it. For right now, though, I'm continuing to spend mana hand over fist, so I'm going to chill for the moment. Alright, we're about to land. I can land on this upcoming turn. And we can definitely clear the unicorns. I'm not that strong. Unicorns do have teleportation, which is annoying, but anyway. We can land here and clear this, and then just go grab this. Alright. Tokyo, yeah, needed that to avoid being unhappy. Actually, it could have gone another size or two. Anyway. So, let's do the Sages Guild. That's relatively cheap. 4 turns. Slingers Guild. Alright. Let's get that Alchemist Guild so we can use mithril weapons, finally. Alrighty. I don't really want to have to fight these ships. I could always make these ships into elite units if I needed to, though. I will hold the ships here for the time being. It's not like they have anywhere else to go. Might as well group them together. Alright. And I will need... Oh, that's... I could pick up these guys and move them somewhere else. Yeah, I actually do need them on this northern island. So never mind. These ships are going to go pick up the engineers. I forgot about these. Forgot I might need these guys. I need to build roads because the AI does not do a very good job of building roads, as you might not be surprised. The AI doesn't do a lot of things very well in this game. There's a lot of neutral cities on this island. Another dwarven one. Dwarves are one of the game's better races, but of course being a Mirren race, you have to spend extra points to pick them up at the start of the game. Alright, so we need to raise some food somewhere. Not here. Maybe in the capital. I don't really want to slow that down if I can avoid it. How about over here? You're not... Yeah, this cathedral we can... I'm surprised. Well, okay. Apparently we can free up a ton of food by doing that. That's fine. And we needed to rush by this. Yeah. Okay. 12 gold. there we go. So we're going to need 6 of these lizard spears, by the way. Because we need 2 for here, and then 2 for here, and 2 for here. Granary next. I'll just put on the spear so I don't have to change it next turn. Alright. Where do we want to go first here? She has a decent amount of magic points, so we won't be able to banish her in one battle. Although we just take all her cities, that wouldn't matter much. Let's clear this tower, because we should be able to get... we could actually pop over to here, but there's not that much here. And then there's also the stone giant. Let's clear the unicorns first. Probably should have saved it. Now the thing about unicorns is they can teleport. Also a lot of guardian spirits who are pretty weak. These slingers are not in any real danger, but let's just take out the unicorns as we can. And I'm just gonna heal the damage they took. That way I don't have to wait for them to heal on the world map. They'll just get... Oh, they actually took a lot of damage. Well, I'll just keep healing them. They did get teleported on by both of those enemies. But we will just mow these down easily. Pizarro, I mean, you could go kill them easily too, but why take damage if we don't have to? Now, here's the thing about casting spells. So, the amount of spells I can cast is dictated by my casting skill. So, I can cast healing 4 more times. The mana cost, though, increases the further away you are from your tower. So, do you see what it says range 3 times? It actually costs 33 mana to cast this spell. But I still want to do it because I don't want to have to wait for the slingers to heal. This gets them almost entirely healed. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is fine. Now they're at 38 out of their 40 health. Anyway, bye-bye. Oh, that one actually didn't die in 1 hit. But now they're dead. Now, you always find a spell when you take over a wizard tower if it hasn't been taken over yet. So what is Disjunction? Oh, wow, that's a nice one. Yeah, that's better than what Jayan has. And this wand is pretty crummy. Torin doesn't use wands, so we'll just... What is it? +5 attack, +2 to hit. Death, save at -3 or die. Okay. It's unlikely I'm going to have a 6th hero who also uses a wand, so we're going to smash... Oh, 1,300 mana? Interesting. Is it because the Disintegrate is so good? I'm wondering which one of these is better. Well, the game seems to think that... this one is slightly better. I think I like the Purple Rain of Death more. Unless the Disintegrate is... I guess it's because it has Disintegrate on it. I'm still just going to smash this. So now I don't have mana problems anymore. And we also learned a spell called Disjunction. You probably saw what that says. Dispels a global enchantment. If there's an enemy global enchantment. This is actually not a white magic spell. This is a arcane spell. Now I could probably trade it to an AI, but I don't want them to have this spell because then they can dispel my global enchantments. So I'm not going to trade this to them. I don't want them dispelling my global enchantments. That seems bad. So let's not do that. Still, that was a good battle. Got some useful stuff out of it. Look at all these neutral cities. There's 4 neutral cities here. We have to get over to this island. I could probably plane shift there if I needed to. We might be able to plane shift from like right here over to that island, which would be fun to do. I have to do a little bit more exploration first. Where is this unit? Okay, it's on the other island. Again, why it's really important to just get map information. All right, well now we don't have to worry about mana no more. Oh, I should have adjusted my spending last turn. Research cost is 12, but at least what we can do is at least we can avoid waste. So we still waste some. We could have swapped around last turn a little bit. But at least we can avoid completely wasting this turn by dumping our skill in here. Alright, and then we're going to start summoning Tauren next turn. Which is good we got all that mana, because we're going to need to summon him, and that's going to take a few turns. Alright. We got another good spell that we just unlocked here, too. Prosperity. Increases the gold from a target city by 50%. I mean, that's pretty good. There's another white magic spell. Removes all unhappiness from target city. Yep, you just don't have to worry about unhappiness. It all instantly goes away. If you cast it on every city, you can have the tax rate dialed up. Yeah, white magic has so many insane spells. It's crazy. So we'll start researching this. The limitation is just like you can only cast so many spells so fast. At least our casting skill is 72. So anyway, time to start casting Tauren. Yep, look at that. Look at how much that costs. 750, but don't worry, he's worthwhile. Yep. This is not a balanced game at all. So it's going to take us 10 turns to summon him. But Tauren is well worth it. He is the best hero in the game. And it's by a pretty good margin, too. You'll see. I don't know if we're going to have time to deploy him on this session. But we will soon enough. Alright, let's just move up here and let's try to take... We'll try to take this over. Anyway, we have plenty of gold. Ah, I forgot. I forgot over here. We need to get our... I could have done this last turn, I think. Get our granary up here. Okay. You here. Patrol. How close are my ships to making it back? I think they can pick them up next turn. Okay, 1, 2. Why are we... Shouldn't we have gotten more movement there? Did something happen to these guys? Oh. I thought this was going to happen. These guys ended up on the same tile as the settler, and the settler slowed them down to 1 movement point, and the settler's been moving backwards in the wrong direction the last few turns. Dang it. That's annoying. I should have paid more attention. We still do need to build the actual army for these heroes. True, but we really only need a couple slingers. Again, I'm working on it. It is going to take some time to summon Tauren, remember. We've got the Alchemist Guild underway. The slingers only cost 100 production, so we're almost able to 4-turn them. We have 23 production. By the time that this is done, the city should have grown another size, and then we should be able to do them in 4 turns. So we can get them out relatively quickly. I can also rush by stuff because, I mean, face it, I have a lot of gold and such. I have a lot of money here. All right. So we're gonna do this very deliberately. Move you. I was wondering why these guys were only moving 2 tiles per turn. It's because had the units grouped together. Units auto group together even if you don't necessarily want them to. All right. So what do we have here in terms of her fortress? Okay, basilisk, priests, sprites, 2 basilisks, not nothing. Orc warriors. The swords are irrelevant. Yeah, all the swords are irrelevant. The main thing we have to worry about is her nature magic. She has 100 magic points, so she will start casting the spell over turn. She won't burn through 100 this turn. No, this is Oh no, this is not Tauren. This is just Summon Champion. Never mind, I don't need to cast this spell. I thought that's Incarnation. It's the wrong spell. I was confused. This just summons another hero. Oops. I should have known because it didn't have the white magic icon. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm sure that the YouTube comments of the video will be like, you are summoning the wrong champion here. That's a little disappointing, but it is. I guess I got a different spell. In that case, I can actually trade that spell to other AIs then. Because they'll want that. That's a neutral. Oh, never mind. Okay, I guess she doesn't have anything, but he might have something. Nope, never mind. I think I know all the spells that he knows. Ah, that's disappointing. I thought that was the spell that summons Torrent is Incarnation. That's right. That's my bad. I thought that I had gotten a better spell than I actually did. Oh, well. That's slightly disappointing. Giant Strength, that's how she chose to cast her first spell. Okay. So she was casting at Cortez. He took 1 point of damage, though. So let's go ahead and cast... Oh, it was pointed out in a really good YouTube comment. One thing that's really good about the caster I have here, Cortez, is he can cast Web, which is a great green magic nature spell. It knocks a unit down that can fly, and it auto hits. It always succeeds. Now, I don't need that here, but it's still a good spell. Anyway, we'll go ahead and cast... where's the one that hits our whole team? Prayer, right? Yeah, adds 1 to all rolls, including resistance, attacks to hit, and defense. Really good spell. Yeah, imagine being called to serve, and when you look up, the caster looks at you in disgust and says, "You aren't Torrent." Pretty much. Alright, well, let's take out those annoying sprites. Bye. Pizarro can just stay here for right now. And these priests can hit us, too. And aside from that, I mean, none of them will take out that hero. Alright, that's basically the end of the battle. I guess we'll hit the Basilisk just because we can. Okay, go ahead. Pizarro, if we ever need him. Okay. Bye. Like, that Basilisk is the strongest of the remaining units. Okay, yeah, go ahead, cast Giant Strength. That gives them 1 extra melee attack. But, like, they're not even moving to attack me. They're just standing there. Poor Pizarro never gets to do anything. He just stands there while the ranged units kill everything. Go ahead. Yep, keep casting your mana. It's like they finally realized that maybe they should come out and fight instead of just standing there to get shot to death. Alright. 2 fame. Oh, we didn't destroy any buildings. That's nice. So we banish Freya. Now, she's not gone. She'll cast the spell of return and start trying to come back, but... no new spells. So yeah, we did have everything that she had. Okay. Another Clacon city, unfortunately, but it still has some good infrastructure. Library. Actually has all the production infrastructure. So what we want is we want to get out units to defend here so that it can defend itself. We only need 20 production to 1-turn these. So it actually gives us a little bit of extra food. It's a shame that these are Clacon cities. Clacons are not great, as you know. So yeah, we'll take these over, and then I might just plane shift these guys. Or maybe they can go through the tower down here. Oh, I should move the summoning circle, too, so we can go grab that. We also have to take out these random wandering stacks, but we should be able to do that. Let's move the summoning circle in here. Okay. By the way, you probably are getting sick of hearing that music, that little jaunty Master of Magic music. Alright, anyway. So we have extra food to play around with now. I'm trying to see if there's places where I can speed up the production a little bit. No, I guess I'm kind of running at full blast in most... I guess I can speed that up by 1 turn there. Down here. I'm going to 6 turns. Okay. Our little cities are starting to grow, too. There we go. That's nice. Help them out a little bit. Okay. And I don't think I have anything to rush by at the moment. I'm just going to spend money willy-nilly. I think I'll try to rush by slingers. Other spells. So since we have some time here, I might as well try to get some of these enchantments that I'm going to need later on. Like, we'll get Lionheart and Invulnerability on my new heroes, just because I have the mana to burn, so why not? We only slaughtered 3,000 innocent civilians. Wait, what the? How did I... Where did I lose a spear? I lost a spear somewhere. Apparently I slipped into negative food somehow, even though it said I wasn't losing food. Apparently I still did somewhere. Okay, I don't quite understand that. We might as well do the Miners Guild now, because it's down to just 10 turns. That's annoying. I have to find out where that disbanded. Alright, what do we need? Marketplace. Armies. There's going to be some city that only has one spear defending it. Most likely. Maybe it was one of the spears on the world map that got disbanded. I don't know. I don't see a city that only has one spearman in it. I don't know. We'll figure it out someday. Apparently it disbanded a spear somewhere for lack of food. Alright. Let's see. So, I guess we just start heading for the next city. First we have to take out... Oh, there's a lot of these guys. Well, I don't really care. I can just kind of ignore them. Like, I have a... I did pick up a spear here. Oh, what the heck? Ah, I see what happened. Now we have lots of unhappiness because we have all these units missing. And we're going to have to solve our food issue here somewhere. Okay, so we can back off on all the crazy food shenanigans we were doing. Here. This will free up a ton of food, and we can still finish the cathedral in 2 turns, apparently. This will give me a lot of food. Well, 3 food. I don't know if that's a lot, but it gave me some. Alright, and then we'll summon, whatchamacallit. Again, the Phantom Beast, I fought these in I think last week's session. These guys hit really hard. They have a lot of attack. They also have, illusion. Completely ignore defender's armor. Makes them nasty, because your armor does not protect you. But they are melee, they are not ranged, and they have no armor. The only reason they have 2 here is they're in a sorcery node where they get extra stats. So they are total glass cannons. But I love them as summons. You can summon them in a battle when you have blue magic, and they make fantastic summons. Okay, another nice wand. I have like more nice wands than I can use here. This is good, but I don't like it as much as this. You know what I can do? I can hold on to this, and if I need extra spell skill, actually, Jane's in my fortress right now. He can keep this right now, because I can use the extra spell skill for the moment. I can swap it back when it's time to go fight somebody. I'll just hold on to it. Okay, so, oh yeah, we're still working on Lionheart, that's right. And then we'll need to get out a Magic Spirit. In terms of research, casting skills, still getting there. We're working our way up there. We have 80 casting skill when we're hanging out here. Oh, by the way... Wait, what the... That other AI is still casting the spell of return, right? Yeah. So, yeah, we'll get a Magic Spirit to take over that node. And then we'll want to take over this node as well. This unit's guarding the magic node. But I'll just take over the green cities, and then we can come back and grab that. If we take over all the green cities, green will be dead. Green AI will be dead, and those units will vanish. They actually would have vanished already if she wasn't casting the spell of return right now. Anyway. Clearing out more of the map. With the amount of gold I have, maybe I should just start getting the slingers here, because I am going to need some time to get them ready. I would like to start preparing this force over here. We have let's see, we have you. All right, yeah, let's start speeding this up. All right, Alchemist Guild. We have about 100 production right now. Is there anything that's like 150 cost? The 250 is annoying. This is 200 though. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. 100. Buy this. Now we go to 200, because we're halfway there. Okay, that was still expensive, but we've got the money to burn. Alrighty, slingers. Let's start buying them. Alright, friendly target for Lionheart spell. Nope, cancel. Not there. Fortunately, I was not forced to cast it on a spearman. Alright, this is the extra health. I think we better put this on Shredder in case he's ever going to fight anybody. You come down here. Do we have 2 spears in this city? No. I think the spear that got disbanded was one of the ones that was walking down here. Alrighty. We need a road on... Well, on the tower. Because I might want to... Yeah. And then I'll keep this here for the moment. Alright, good. And I can continue one-turning these spears, which I'm going to need. I have a huge food surplus, but that's because a couple of these cities, I'm rush buying slingers. Alright, oh, we need the magic spirit. Let's get that out. Magic spirit will then grab that. And then we need a road on that tile too. Or on this tile would also work. See, there's no there's no leader to cast spells at us because green AI has been banished for the moment. So this is just like fighting a neutral city. And these poor Clacon swords just have no prayer. We destroyed the barracks. So this is yeah, this is just like very simple to take this over. I'm gonna pump out defenders from that former capital. There's not a lot here, but like, well, if we still get decent stuff, so we can just do the library for right now. Like I can get the, yeah, I'll just get the spears up here shortly. Keep an eye on food, yeah. The game was telling me that I had a food surplus, but it turned out I didn't. Oh, hi there. Ran into one of Cicero's units, a Draconian unit. Actually, you know what? We'll get one spear here. I want to be able to move the army out next turn. It's not like I'm hurting for money. I want to be able to move the army out and still make sure there's a unit in there. Cortez got another level. Caster 45 that's a lot. Alright, this halfling city very finally got this. And I think there's everything that's done here now. I don't think there's anything else I need. Yeah, there's nothing else to build here, so we'll just put it on trade goods and... yeah, here we go. And just now we have a lot of food. Alrighty, you, Magic Spirit. First of all, I'm going to make sure I am only selecting the Magic Spirit. Here, I want you to move up this way. So did we build a road there? I'm not sure if we did, but we're going to build a road on this tile. It's like, did the road actually get built? I guess we'll find out soon enough. As far as where these boats go, let's see, there's... I'll put them here and see if they're dumb enough to attack me. Alright. Once again, do not select the stupid Clacon. You can see, once you have like an unbeatable army, you can run over the AI very, very fast. Oh yeah, I wanted to check this guy's stats. He has 300 XP now. Look at this dude. He has 20 attack. Plus Lionheart and Invulnerability, yeah. He's pretty strong. Also, if you're wondering why can I see units so far away, it's because he has that scouting trait that lets him see 3 tiles away. Normally units can't see that far. I mean, these guys aren't even coming out of their little house to fight me. It's really sad. Oh, now they're moving. Okay. Again, Clackons are pretty tough, but... Oh, that's unfortunate. We destroyed 3 buildings. That's too bad. Okay. Now you... Okay. This settler that went the wrong way and took forever to reach its destination is now finally there. Hi again. Okay, we have 31 food. Move a little bit of this gold over. Slowly, still increasing our casting skill. We're getting, again, we're literally getting like 1 point per turn, which is nice. All right, we got the magic spirit. So let's see. I was gonna go back to the library here. Now that I've got that defender, you can see this town's pretty unhappy. But you know what? We can actually, we have food to spare. We can just do extra production everywhere. Oh, it doesn't matter here because there's no production overflow. Alrighty, so this is two units for here. Once again, I'm going to just rush by the spear. I have plenty of money. I want to keep moving along as fast as possible. That way I at least have something in these cities. And then we'll go over here. And yeah, there's no roads over here, unfortunately, which is very annoying. Because it takes so much longer. Oh, you know what I could do? I can bring the boats up here. Maybe I can get through here faster with the boats. I probably should have had them shadow the army. We'll see. Anyway, oh hey, there's another spear over here. Well, that's not going to matter. Again, we can, now that we have so much extra food, I can just dial up the production in all these. I mean, we can do this. Let me see if there's, that would get me more gold per turn. Let me see if there's a better spot though. I want to make sure these cities are getting their extra production. I mean, the Lizardman town, I guess, can probably one-turn these spears. Oh, no, never mind. Still needs 2 turns for them. So that's pointless, increasing the production there. But here, this, we can get 1 extra production there. That one does not need it. I realize this is a little tedious, but I'm trying to make sure these cities are all growing. All right, slingers. Time to get the slingers out. All right, spear. Sword at 30. Bowman at 45. Shaman at 75. Slinger at 100. So that means we need to spell... Let's see. Is it time to start moving? It's probably time to start moving these units. Next turn, I'll start moving them forward. They all have 2 moves. So that means we need to start pumping up these new slingers, and that means we start with Heroism. It's Heroism and Lionheart is the combination we need on them. For the extra attack, yeah. We'll do Heroism first. Alright, same thing as we saw before. Heroism on one of these guys. A little bit closer than I thought. Alright. On the slingers. There we go. Now we've got the +1 attack from the Mithril. And then now we do Lionheart. Oops, I didn't mean to. We'll just save it. Alright, oh, we need a city name here. This might be the last city I found. Maybe I might need, as I said, I might need to get one on the other continent, but I think I can just get like boats out without founding my new cities on the over on the other plane. Not so cold land. I don't think that's all going to fit, but we'll see. Not so cold. Yeah, I think it's just not so cold. Not so cola. Oh, hi there. Hi, Guardian Spirit. I mean, if you try to jump in here, I'm just going to easily beat you with the units I have. All right, I'm going to put you on a go-to order and hope that you make it there. All right, there we go. Okay. Let's see what we get. 120 power base. Oh, cool. We got a good dice roll. 129. Slowly still increasing that casting skill. What's over there? Halberdiers and swordsmen. Yeah, I could probably beat them, but... Alright, you up here. So they didn't actually attack me, which I'm fine with. If you want to see what boat-on-boat combat looks like, though, here. I mean, basically I can just do this. Lionheart one of my boats. Now my boat has these stats. Against their boat that does not have those stats. So yeah, my boat just has way higher stats. I have 10 attack, 5 defense. They're 7 attack, 4. There we go. The more advanced boats have ranged attacks, but this one does not. All right. So same thing again. Don't hold this. Sadly, the terrain is pretty rough here, so there's not much I can do. We might as well try to kill this. Okay, it ran away. Units that flee, it's 50-50 odds for the unit fleeing to die. I really don't like that it's just a dice roll, but that's how it works in this game. Alrighty, we built the spear. I'll do the shrine next, because you're already unhappy. We certainly have enough food to spare right now. And we're making a lot of gold, which is good because I'm also spending it pretty aggressively. So unfortunately we have to walk one tile at a turn over here because there's no roads here for some reason. Alright, so I have an extra clacon for here and I have an extra one for up there. I don't think that I need to do more spears here. Although I almost wonder if I could take over this city just by walking a couple spears into it. You know what? Let's actually do that. We'll have you build a halberdier, and I'll just cast heroism on it, and I'll just take over the city with this, so I don't have to come all the way back down with these other units. As I said, I'm kind of thinking that I'll just plane shift these guys over to here, and then they can kill these things. Like, they can clear out these camps, I guess. Or, actually, you know what? This island doesn't really have much on it. If I can move the ships over here, I can jump them over to this island. And then maybe we can take this, and then... I don't know, we'll figure it out. But, like, maybe I can take this, and then... this is on the coast, so it's Beastmen. We could rush by, like, a ship out of here. And then get them across the water. Or something. We could also... anyway, from here they can shift onto this big island. We'll figure it out. I just, like, want to take this out, and then I want to continue traveling. Meanwhile, over here... we are casting another spell, right? Yeah, Lionheart for these guys. We'll wait another turn. We'll rush by another spear the next turn. Yes, the AI is still summoning stuff. And we definitely need to take out these units too, because I want that, I want to get my node back. Alright. Okay, we did get a road to the tower, so if we need to go over there, we at least have a road. Okay, next up, you need to get a road on that node that's uncovered right now. Actually, let's put the road on this tile. Okay, 1, 2. We'll clear out another ship. So Montezuma's not actually in this game. No, Montezuma's not actually in this game. We just named ourselves Montezuma. Because our leader looks like this. He looks a lot like Montezuma. Where are we on this other map? We're in the near the northern hemisphere. Okay. Getting close to we've covered a lot of Mirror. There's still here, and then a lot down here in like the southern hemisphere. But as I said, my trusty magical scouts are slowly pushing it back. Okay, 50 mana crystals, not that significant at this stage of the game, but it is what it is. Okay. I'm going to start moving these units up now. My elite Nightblades, who can move 2 tiles per turn. Oh, I need Lionheart on these guys too. Dang, I have a lot of... I need Lionheart on a lot of units. It's such an expensive spell. And it's going to take longer to cast now. Wait, why did I only move? These guys should all have 2 movement points. 2 movement, okay. 4 movement. 2 movement. So why did they only move 2 tiles that turn? They should have moved 4. I don't quite get it. Unfortunately, now my casting skill goes down because I moved my spellcaster out. But it is what it is. Alright, slingers. We need another unit of slingers. We're just going to keep casting the whole way, basically. Alright, spear. Sword. Bowman. Every one of these has half production in the box. So it's cheaper. Alright, and then there's the slingers. I don't know how much that added up to. It would be 400 gold if we had nothing invested. So it was definitely less than that. Alright. So we'll clear this out, and then we'll use our water walking to just walk up here. I would like to play on this session long enough to hopefully clear out green and yellow AIs, and then we can make a play for the other AIs after that. Yeah, it doesn't look like... It looks like the game's going to last... Probably going to have the game over before I can build paladins, as I was saying a bunch of times earlier. Anyway, we dealt with unhappiness for right now. Let's do the cathedral. Very expensive building. And I think this town's just about done too. We can do the Alchemist Guild. Again, we're not hurting on food at the moment. Okay, 2 movement. Oh, wait. Oh, we have flying movement. Okay, that's why. If you're wondering why is it so slow, it's because we have flying movement right now. From the wind walking. So we actually don't use the roads. We actually are not using the roads. Which, it sounds good, but it actually means we move slower here, which is weird, but... That's how it works. All right. I don't care about this unit. If it attacks, I'll kill it. If not, it's no big deal. Let's see. So 1, 2. All right. Hey, we actually got our go-to order work. Okay, you guys build. And you're moving up there. My ships are skedaddling along. By the way, remember how I had so much magic? Yeah, it's going down quickly. The fact that I'm casting these spells every single turn means I burn through a tremendous amount of mana. But that's what alchemy's for. Yeah, roads can be better than flight sometimes. Alright, Death Knights. As we continue to burn through mana. I mean, we're spending however much our casting skill is, 64 mana each turn, plus another 69 mana. Anyway. Alright, so we need to get Lionheart and Heroism on this unit too. We're only doing 3 slingers, so 1 more. 3 slingers plus these 3. Should make for a pretty good force. Oh, hey, we're being attacked. Let's see. If we can, do we have enough for Lionheart and Heroism on one unit? I think we just barely do. This is about to become the best unit of Spearmen you've ever seen. Alright, yep. All of a sudden, this unit now has 40 health, 6 attack. Like, these halberdiers are... Okay, negate first. Well, that doesn't matter. Yep, we just ate them for breakfast. Yep, so much for that. Library, alright. Farmers, okay. Where is this again? Oh, this is where I was gonna build ships, but I don't think I need to. Do we need a happiness building here? We do. We'll do the temple next then, and then we'll do the library. Remember how I had that gigantic food surplus? Yeah, that went down pretty fast, didn't it? It does get run down over time with me putting all the cities on like max growth. Alright, so you can hang out here. And wait, are we still casting? We're still casting Lionheart. Well, that's okay. Okay, patrol. Hopefully you can follow a go-to order. Alright, this is our new unit. Halberdiers, okay. Now this city is going to have enough units. I don't know that one... Will one halberdier be enough to kill that? Well, we'll find out. Build the Foresters Guild, and then we'll go back. Then we can always change it back. We can always build another one if we have to. Alright, up here. You guys built the road. Good. How about you start going cross-country now? By the way, you might think, what about these swords? Well, if the sword decides to attack me, then I actually think the engineers would win. Because these engineers already have a lot of stats on them. Plus I can buff them up with more enchantments. So we're going to build the road through here. And here comes our ships. Alright. Oh, somebody actually fired at us. Oh, it was a hero. It's the Dervish hero. I know, I've seen this guy before. I've had him in some of my other games. Well, guess what? Now he's a dead hero. Rocks of Doom. Poor Pizarro never gets to do anything. Oh, we destroyed the granary. Okay. Well, that's easy enough to rebuild. Yeah, it looks like we've gotten a good chunk of this area explored over on Mirror. If you're curious about how we're doing relative to the AIs, it actually rates Sisra higher than us, which is kind of silly. Apparently his magic power went through the roof for whatever reason. Yep. Engaging halflings in a ranged fight is basically suicide in this game. I mean, once they've been pumped up with all the various goodies I've given them. But we need I'll rush by the... Actually, this city can, like, just build its own spears. It doesn't look like it's threatened. Alrighty, so then we need to go grab these other two, and then the green AI will be eliminated. Then I can have my magic spirits take over these spots again. These nodes that are currently unclaimed. How are we doing on research? Prosperity is still 12 turns away. I mean, I could get it pretty quickly if I wasn't increasing my casting skill, but I really want to increase my casting skill so I can get these spells faster. Oh, what the? Where did this come from? What the? Where did this come from? Okay, I don't know if I have enough for this. Maybe I should have watched this army a little bit more closely. Well... Okay. I believe in you. You can do it. It's better to stack all these on one unit, too, than split them up. Alright. I wonder if invulnerability is better. I think invulnerability is better here than heroism. Because the first 2 hits from any attack are ignored. This does mean I do not have enough left over to cast heroism, which I really would have liked, but I think these 2 buffs are better. If I can only get 2 out of the 3... I hope so. We'll see. I'm hoping that they just can't damage this unit, because I have invulnerability. Yeah, they just can't damage this unit. So the reason why this isn't working is all of these calculations are done on a per figure basis. So like they attack, right? This unit attacks. They make an attack with 5 attack. Each one of these has 30% odds to hit. So let's say that they hit with... They would have to get 3 hits through. So they'd have to roll... they'd have to roll 3 successful attacks out of the 5. And then I also get a chance to block as well. I get 4 chances to block. So it's just really, really hard for them to get an attack throw. Basically, it's like almost impossible for them to get an attack throw. And then they have to do so much damage because I have 4 health on every unit. Their units only have 1 HP each. My units have 4 HP each. Like, it just... Yeah, behold the power of white magic and be amazed. Look, it's Pizarro. Does he ever get to do anything? Alright. So that was fun. We actually got a point of fame from that, too. We're up to 58 fame. Might want to convert some more gold into magic power just because. Alrighty. I'll wait 1 turn and cast heroism on this one. I'll feel better about it. So yeah, we took down that whole army with just basically 1 unit. I'll just put the same 2 buffs on this unit. Alright, and yeah, building roads. Because the AI doesn't bother to build them, so I will. Alright, off we go. We can actually load into the ships this turn, and that'll be faster. Wait, why won't it let me load into the ships? Oh, they can't all go... That's so dumb. They can't all fit on the same tile, for whatever reason. See, it'll let me put... It won't let me put another unit in here for some reason, so... I'll just have this unit move up here, and then it can load next turn. For whatever reason, it won't let me stack them all on the same tile. Kind of dumb. Alrighty. Well, this is 20 gold. We'll buy that. And then you can build another spear to defend yourself. Alright, so these units can... 1, 2, 3... well, it'll still be faster than walking around here. I can unload them, like, here. And yeah, we've almost got this. And then we'll just pop over here and see what's in this tower. Maybe then we can just run our way over here and take this. And then, as I said, we can... Well, I might plane shift them here and take this, because this is a nice Beastman city. What's on this one? Phantom Beast. We could... I would take that over, but there's, like, no way I can get a magic spirit over there in the immediate future. Okay. Oh, and I need to rush by that last slinger. Whoops. I can do that on this upcoming turn. I forgot. Alright. Oh, and I also had that city grow into a... like a hamlet or whatever it's called. Klakons do build things very fast. I'm not gonna lie about that. They are very fast at building this stuff. All right, heroism. That goes on the slingers that do not have it. This one. All right, now the slingers are pretty much ready to go. This town right here, we need to get the builder's hall going. Always a need for more rush by stuff. All right, I actually don't think I need. Where is this one? Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually don't need any more Lizardman spears for finally. So have fun with this, I guess. Actually, you need a shrine because you're unhappy. I'm not wasting money on rush buying that. Alrighty. What are we looking at in here? That's a lot of halberdiers. Can one unit here take them out? Let's find out. Same thing as we just saw. This is actually a better fight because these are halberdiers. I was working with a spear before. Now I actually have halberdiers. This also cost me a ton of mana. Oh, I almost have enough to cast heroism as well. Almost. Costs 14 magic points. I can only cast 11 more. Alright. My guys did take a little damage there, unfortunately. I might need another one. It looks like I don't have quite enough here. I'd actually really like to cast a healing spell on them, but I can't. I could have cast Holy Weapon on them. Should have done that. Oh no, I do have healing. That's nice. Okay. I had just enough for one more healing spell. Behold the power of white magic. And we've taken a little damage, but not much. One unit. One unit killed everything. Unbelievable. That's like we're really disrespectful now. Yep. That was all we needed. Now we'll build a spear. Yep. It do be like that. There's a reason why white magic is my favorite in this game. I just love pumping up the units and making them stronger. Are we still building a spear here? Yeah. Okay, patrol. Alright. So you have all the units on board. Unfortunately, we can't unload you this turn. But we can do it next turn. Alright. Again, I can't have them on the same tile, which is very annoying. Alright, we're ready to go. Let's clear this out. Now, where's my last... Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, it's going to be tricky to take this over because I don't have a magic spirit anywhere close to here. Anyway, let's clear this out, though. Yes. Well, they actually did do some damage to Jayan. That's because Jayan doesn't have invulnerability, or whatever it's called. Here's Shredder. Oh, I was hoping he could get close enough to hit that unit. Anyway, the main thing is you just want that shaman taken out. Okay. So that's good. What am I casting? Let's move our summoning circle here so we can try to get this. This is going to be annoying, but we'll move the summoning circle back here, even though this is going to be expensive. So now we can try to... I want to take this. This is like a point of pride thing. We need to take this back over. Unfortunately, if it's been taken by another wizard, you're not guaranteed to take it back over. There's a percentage. I think you only have 25% odds to take it over. But we'll spend some mana just trying. because it's a point of pride. I can't let them have that on my own home island. I can't tolerate that. Like that's just not gonna fly. Anyway, we did take over. Did I adjust this city after taking it over? We also have this city here. Oh wait, no, never mind. That was still the same turn that it just converted. We sent a squad of traitors to butcher their loyal countrymen. So once we take over these two cities, then we have that AI is. Oh, can we actually still trade with you? She doesn't like the fact that we attacked her unit. Okay, she won't talk to me now. I was mostly trying to curious if, oh, planar seal. Sure. Raise dead. You can raise your dead heroes. Goodbye. That's a global enchantment that prevents people from swapping planes. It's very annoying. I obviously want the ability to change from plane to plane. Yeah, so we basically colonized this island today, and we've taken over most of this AI. Next, we're gonna see if we can start moving. Oh, we need to rush by this slinger. Duh. Because I need them to join with the rest of the army. Otherwise, they're going to be left behind. And then I actually need to give them the +1 movement skill so they can keep up with everybody else who's a 2-mover. She declared war because I attacked one unit. She also doesn't like the fact that we were, Oh, what the heck? Knocked over my microphone there. She doesn't like the fact because we had a treaty, we had like a non-aggression pact, and I kind of betrayed that. Yeah. We need to give the +1 movement to this slinger. And then we also need to get the heroism Lionheart combo on it too. Remember, it will not have the extra movement this turn, but it will afterwards. Alright. You guys, we actually did take a little damage on JN. Again, I need to get the enchantments up on these guys too. Hopefully we can meld that next turn. Alright, yeah, you just patrol here. Did I build a road on this tile yet? Nope. It's kind of amusing to me that, like, I have to go to the trouble of building all this because the AI is not able to. Anyway. Oh, there's, like, nothing here. Bye. You know what, Pizarro? I'm going to let you attack once. Did he take... He didn't even take any damage. Okay. Well, that was kind of a sad... Kind of a sad city. We'll just buy one spear in here. You know what I can do with this other boat? We can clear out this. And just make sure that there's... Yeah, just clear this out. Okay, he ran away. So I guess we're not clearing it out. Again, succeeded on the 50% dice roll to run away. Anyway, alright, what are we casting right now? Oh, we're not casting anything. Okay, well we need heroism on this unit here. Just make sure that we have enough power here. Oops, that didn't actually go through, did it? Alright, and this prosperity spell we could finish if we wanted to, but we're okay. Again, I'm getting that casting skill up. Up, up, up. Oh, they actually attacked me? Well, that was not a good decision, I'm afraid. Yeah, healing is not going to save you. You could have just saved your time there. I'm like, healing is not going to save you. This is going to need happiness soonish, so we'll just put you on this. Let's do this 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we'll book you guys up. Done, and then they can move out. Alright. Guardian Spirit occupying this node kills your spirit. Alright, well... We'll try again. That's why I moved the summoning circle here. As I said, I knew it wasn't guaranteed to succeed. Alright, endurance. We need Lionheart on that guy. We also need we need endurance on this guy as well, don't we? Oh wait, no, we're still getting the 2 movement even without endurance on these guys. Okay. So I guess we're good. Alrighty, well, first things first. One of you guys hops in here, because remember, they can't all stand on the same tile. Remember to leave the 1 spear behind. Alright. Let's see. Spells. Try again with another magic spirit. I've got plenty of them. I want to be able to move that summoning circle sometime in the near future. Again, it's used a stupid guardian spirit, which you only have 25% odds to take it over. But we will take this back. Again, I'm not going to allow them to have that. Alright, and then now we're going to walk over the water and try to take that other... Take a yellow AI out. Oh, hello. I actually have a magic spirit right here. If I set this up correctly... Hold on. I'm actually putting my finger on the screen. Yeah, if we go to this tile, we can plane shift and then take this out and then plane shift back again. We might as well, because there's a magic spirit who can take this over, and this is a phantom beast, so it'd be easy. The nodes on mirror are worth more magic power. Oh my god, he just cast planar seal. Oh my god. To make it so people can't shift from plane to plane. That's so annoying. I hate that spell. Just really annoying spell. So I can try to dispel it, but it's not a guaranteed... Disjunction can try to dispel it. That's so annoying. AI is stream sniping now, yeah. Because the thing is, like, there's a lot of stuff I want to be doing with my magic, not wasting it casting this. And I really do want to get over to the other plane with my... He did that... Well, is there a tower I can use to get over to the other plane over here? Not really. Like, I could go back to this tower, but, like, that doesn't put me in a particularly useful spot. It just puts me on this island that's kind of nowheresville. Well, let's see. Out of these units here, so they all have heroism. I need a Lionheart on this guy, or else he's not going to be as effective. Look at this guy with 8 ranged attack. That's so insane. And like and 60% odds to hit with 40 health. All right, well, we need a Lionheart on that guy. Then maybe we can fiddle with Disjunction. Again, I have 70 casting skill, so that's a 2-turn Lionheart now. Remember, Lionheart's actual cost is 200 mana, but I get it for 30% off because I have so many life magic books. It's a very expensive spell, but at least I've gotten it down to like a 2-turn casting cost now. Alright, anyway, we don't need any more slingers. Am I still building... I'm still building slingers here. And this city can go on over to like actual production now. Okay, that's where all my extra food was coming from, was here. Let's free up some foods elsewhere. I think the Clacon cities do not need to be on max production. Right, you're on, but wait, look at all the unhappy faces here. This city has 5 unhappy faces. I don't need all this extra production at some of these. Like the Lizard Man city also is a terrible city. So we can free up a little bit more. I don't care about the... You know what? Here. That was probably a pretty big waste of money, but it is what it is. Alright, you're gonna get that spear. I definitely don't need you running full blast here. Alright, that cleared up our food issue. Our army's getting buffed as they enter service. Alright, so time to start water walking. Alright, this city here now can go over to, yeah, can need happiness. I guess that's alright. But, like, I really wanted to use that planar shift there. That would have been so cool. Alright, did I finish? You guys, we have a complete map of the home plane. It's completely cleared. Oh, there's apparently something on the water here. Okay, I can deal with berserkers if I have to. They're not like a joke unit, but I can deal with them. All right. Well, this is going to eliminate green AI here, because there's like nothing left here. Barbarian village. I haven't really gotten to show off barbarians in this playthrough. Here you go, Pizarro. So, Freya was banished before, but now she's actually gone. She's like dead at this point. By the way, hi Dark Kuno. Find no new spells as expected. Okay, well we'll port these guys over here and head over to this big island that we haven't done much with yet. Now there's a tower up here. I mean, we could always come over here, but... Oh wait, no, I can't use the tower. There's planar seals in effect. As long as planar seals in effect, the towers don't function either. Yeah, we need to get rid of that because he's the last AI we have to fight is on the other plane, so we're gonna have to try to dispel that. At least I got the spell that removes it, so I can at least try. But I did want to get this Lionheart, and then I'll try. Unfortunately, Disjunction is not guaranteed to succeed. It's just a dice roll as far as whether it works or fails, but I can try at least. I can take multiple attempts at trying. Just like I can take multiple attempts at trying to take over this node. Anyway, the city we took over, yeah. We need a defender here. I'll just make sure we have a spear here. Barbarian units have the ability to throw, which is like basically, it's kind of like a first strike ability, except it can also hit flying units. Anyway, so how close are we to reaching North AI's island, which has halflings as well? We might just go straight for Ariel's fortress, by the way. Well, she has white magic as well, but the AI doesn't use white magic that well. They mostly just burn it on, like, healing spells. Wait, what? Wait, what? What just happened? What? I did just save the game, didn't I? Hold on. It got too unhappy and rebelled. I did just save this, didn't I? Which city was it? Was it this one? It was one of those Klakon cities, wasn't it? It was a something. What was that? I've never seen that before. It must have been a city that was providing a ton of food because wherever it was, it caused 1 billion units to disband. It said that a city rebelled. I can just look at my city list. Although this one doesn't show happiness versus unhappiness, but I can see the names at least. It was a captured city because it wasn't. It was this one. Oh, what the? Why would this city have rebelled? What the? What? The city has no unhappy... Wait, what? That has to have been some kind of an event. It must have been an event. Okay, well that's insane if that actually... Let's just get some extra food going just for safety's sake here. Just in case that happens again. Oh, I actually got attacked here. Unfortunately, my spells are not going to work against this guy. Because, like, I can't put Lionheart on a... Oh, wait, does it actually... Wait, did that actually work? Okay. Well... Well, F you. We managed to run away. That was so weird. It must have been an event. Sometimes events can happen. Apparently, an event just decided that I was going to lose... like, one of my core cities. That's insane. Or something like that. Apparently it didn't happen after the reload. I mean, I generally don't like to reload my way out of bad stuff happening, but like that was absurd. I'm not accepting this city which is perfectly happy, is unthreatened, just magically is not part of my empire anymore. Like, I'm not accepting that. That's ridiculous. Oh, we got it to work. Yay. Thank goodness. Now I don't have to keep throwing magic spirits down there. Yeah, just like, your city is gone. It had to have been an event. I was like, did I not manage happiness correctly? But no, it wasn't that. It just, the city just all of a sudden was gone. Alright, anyway, and we're still casting Lionheart, aren't we? Yeah, I've cast Lionheart so many times this game. Yeah, the previous game event, the guys, yes, it is definitely a Master of Orion-like event also. Oh, that's my go-to order. I was like, oh no, somebody's moving around. Apparently I never bothered to rush by this Builder's Hall either, so let's remedy that. And then the granary on the following turns. Here we go. Like, if I'm going to bother to set up the towns, I might as well do it. So you can see it takes a little while for towns to get going in this game. Like, they will start growing. Like, these ones I hit up for population for over and over again. Like, now they're finally starting to mature. Alright, so let's get the army. And when this Lionheart's done, I think I'm going to try to dispel that planar seal. Alright, so where do we want to go? North side of the island or the south side? I think we want the north side of the island. It's probably more useful for the ships. I'm just trying to see, like, where. From a pathing perspective, I'm going to drop them right by this tower. What's in here again? Cockatrices, okay. Yeah, we'll just drop them right here. Next turn. These ships have been helping a lot. Alright, so you can stop doing spear battery, I guess. So we managed to connect all these. Oh, we never cleared this out, did we? The stone giant? Oh, well. Oh, and there's a... I didn't even realize that there was a chaos node. Oh, wait. Okay. Next thing we need to do, we need to take over these nodes that are unguarded. They're just sitting here. So as soon as this Lionheart spell is done, move the summoning circle here, grab these nodes, then we can try to disjunct that global enchantment. Oh, and this... Oh, wait. I have a magic spirit right here. We just finished doing the whole world map. It's actually in position to go grab one of these. I'm still going to have to move the summoning circle over there to get the other one, but sure, why not? Oh, here's a Sisera city. Again, the AI doesn't like it if you're next to them, so I will try not to offend. That said, if he keeps attacking me, then there's going to be trouble to pay. Alright. I'm just going to save again, because I don't want that stupid... whatever that event was to happen a second time. Oh, there's a Rampage is like a neutral barbarian monster here somewhere. See, here's the problem with Klakons. You can't build any happiness buildings beyond the initial shrine, and they hate, like, every race hates them, and they hate every race. It just makes it, like, impossible to keep them happy. Okay, on the plus side, we're basically done here. We've built all the buildings. So we can just free up more food here and get some money. Now, of course, I could also get more gold per turn, but I don't need gold. I think I need food more than I need gold, so... Alright, and then here we'll do the Builder's Hall. Lionheart, here we go. On this stack. We also need a Lionheart on Shredder as well, but for the time being, Shredder just needs to get more XP. Like, this unit becomes way more effective with that. Oh yeah, and we have the leadership. The leadership is giving +1 attack to it right now. Okay, so these units have just absurd attack. Yeah, that's pretty silly. Anyway. We're just going to keep pushing our way up there. And then I think we needed the... Nope, next turn. By the way, my upkeep costs... my power base is 136, but I spend 80... Was it 82 mana per turn just on upkeep? Because I have so many enchantments running. Alright. I have a lot of expensive spells going. Okay, you here. Back on the other plane. Spells. Move our summoning circle. We're only going to need to take this one. I guess it's the same distance. Or no, right here. And then we need another magic spirit. There we go. Alrighty, where are we? Here. Hi there. Looks like we're in the middle of your territory now. Alright. I'm going to keep this extra food leeway. I mean, the one good thing is I saved it the turn before that bizarre revolt thing happened. Okay, here we go. So there's... Okay, there's war bears running around. That's... Again, I can clear that easily with these units in here. That's not scary. We've seen this before. I don't need the invulnerability for this battle. I can just do... I'm pretty sure I can just get by with Lionheart to save a little mana. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't very close. Temple. Let's do the library. It's very cheap. Can almost two-turn this. Alrighty. So you are going to go here. For whatever reason, I just love getting the nodes. Something about taking them over just always feels really good. Alrighty. Meanwhile, we'll see what's in here. We just have to kill those sprites first. Did not manage to do any damage, but there we go. Two chainmails. Oh, wow. That's a good armor. 3 defense, 3 movement, elemental armor as elemental armor. I mean, that's better than what he was wearing. I mean, this is ridiculous. 3 defense, 3 movement. All right, so out of these, we'll sell this. We don't need this. Even if we get another unit that can use this, we would just put this on instead, because this is better. Okay, well, Shredder got something good. How much movement does this guy have now? That's good. Let's see. I think these boats can stay here for the time being. Oh, I just realized I could plane shift the boats to the other plane too. If I can get if I can get back to the ability, if I can get this stupid planar seal removed, I could plane shift the boats over to the other plane too. I forgot it because it shifts the whole stack. All right. Almost there. As I said, I'm going to play until I can hit the yellow AI. Alright, there's another city. We'll move here so that we're not right next to him. Oh, is that the Antarctic? I think that's just the Antarctic. I'll continue exploring here. Yeah, we're getting into Sistra's territory. Now, he might try to kill my units that are flying around because the AI doesn't always like it when you scout them very much. But until he actually kills them, we'll see. All right, what spell am I working on right now? Oh, I'm not working on a spell. Okay. Well, let's try the disjunction. Oh, we can give it extra power. I believe I read that the best thing to do is just cast it at the base power, and like if you fail, just keep trying. The odds are not great, but like it's better to do that than dial up the power, and then you can easily fail the dice roll anyway. From what I remember. All right, now you're back on this, but you can't actually. You need to bring a magic spirit to change the node back to you. So. Ah, he declared war. It was bound to happen. The AI always declares war. You just can't make friends with them in this game, which is frustrating, but it is what it is. Alright, farmer's market. Get that growth up. Same thing, farmer's market. Alright. There we go. That was a pretty bad one. We only got, I think, the minimum 5 from that one. But hey, we're still increasing our casting skill basically once every single turn. And in terms of research, we're close on prosperity. We should finish this off now so we don't waste any, we need what, 143 or 141 so we don't waste research. All right. So we don't like overflow a whole bunch of stuff. All right. So you got the clack undone. I guess you'll do the granary. We have plenty of extra food right now. But as I said, I don't mind floating like a little extra food. Alright, I don't think I need to move you right this minute. 1, 2. Oh. Oh, hello. Hi, shamans. That's a lot of shamans. They could... No, let's see. So the problem is if I fight this stack... They can probably kill Jan, who doesn't have that much health. I need them to attack me, because if they attack me, I can put invulnerability on Jan, and then Jan will not die. So if I have them attack me, I should be okay. Yeah, I need to put some more defense. They actually can't hit these guys, because these guys are invisible. So I'm gonna save and move next to them and see if I can get them to attack me. It's a lot of shamans. Alrighty. You can see I continue burning through magic really fast. Alright. Spells. Disjunction. Hopefully that's like 2 more turns. Alright. Yeah, I want to get these units over to the other plane. Look, they're like right... These units here... Hold on. I'll just see if I can center this. Yeah, these units are like right by this city, which would be a nice one to take over. That would be fun. But I think I might just move over here and try to take over this island. There is a tower over... Well, again, the towers don't work right now either. Shredder has 7 movement, yeah. So anyway, we finished Prosperity. By the way, we can cast that. Oh, Mass Healing's nice, too. So, White Magic is almost no summon units. The Angel unit, by the way, this is a unit enchantment. They can just shift between planes as much as you want. This one, Angels are not actually that good in terms of their stats, but they increase the stats of units they're stacked with, which is kind of nice. Still, I think I'd like Mass Healing. Heals all units in a battle. That one's pretty nice. That said, do we really need that? Why don't we do a cheap spell and see if we can unlock some more fun stuff? I mean, this is pretty straightforward. Let's just do some cheap stuff, as I said. All right, well, you've already completed everything we need as well. Trade goods. That gives us a lot of money. We have the food to afford it right now, too. Why don't you do the library? Just knock that out. Alright, let's see if this will succeed. It probably will not. Unsuccessful. I'm not surprised it failed. But we need to we're gonna have to keep trying that. I think the odds to succeed are relatively, as I said, are relatively low. Oh, look, the AI didn't actually attack me there. All those shamans. Well, let's just go for this city. Oh, wait, there's a billion more shamans. You know what we need to do? We need to put... I think we need to put invulnerability on... I really don't want Jayan to die. And Jayan is very vulnerable here. Jayan's completely safe against units that are use like bows and whatnot, but that will not work against shamans because they use a magical attack. Yeah, look, they went after Jayan again. I want to make sure this unit stays at full health, so I'm just gonna keep Jayan topped off on health. Well, apparently that was all Shredder's movement points. That's fine though, there's slingers of it. Got this covered. Oh, nice. Got a good roll there. We're at 151. So we are, again, increasing our casting skill by 1 point every turn. I have no idea why that AI is casting Guardian Spirit. I mean, while we're here, we'll continue clearing stuff so that we are doing something with these units. And then I guess we'll be able to try Disjunction again soon as Storm... Oh, this is the one that's on that offshore island, right off my island, right? Yeah, it's this one, right? Yep, on the other plane. Alright, well, we have no shortage of money. Like, the biggest... I mean, can you imagine when I have enough casting skill that I can cast, like, these enchantments in 1 turn instead of, like, 2? That's going to be nice. In terms of overall power, you can see we still do not have as much magic power as this guy, Sisra. That's partly because the nodes give you a lot more magic power on the other plane, on Mirror. I'm amused that she's still not bothering to attack me. Alright, library. I'll do the Sages Guild, then the Miners Guild. Looks like it's the same time to build regardless, so we'll just float the extra food. Alright, what's in here again? Shadow Demons are nasty, but we should be strong enough to take them out. Oh. They did not manage to... Look, they all fired at Cortez. Cortez did not take much damage at all. Thank you, Invulnerability. I mean, Cortez has enough health that it would probably be okay. But yeah, the Shadow Demons are nasty. Their base attack might not be that high, but they have a big plus to hit. Because they have a magical attack, they don't have to deal with the distance penalty. They have innate plane shift. They innately regenerate, they heal, and if they, even if they die in battle, if you win the battle, they come back at full health. Also, poison immunity, weapons immunity, illusion immunity, cold immunity, death immunity, non-corporeal, nasty units. Obviously, we're going to take them out first. You can see they even survived a hit. Actually, you know what we should do? We should use, this is a perfect place to use, where is it? Prayer. Because it lowers... Wait, no, where's the one that lowers death? It's True Light, right? Increases attack, defense, and... Oh, this is like... It lowers attack, defense, and resistance of all death units. See, look, they lose stats. That's pretty good. Okay, well, that unit's crippled. You saw the regeneration kicking in there, right? Alright, and then, yeah, and at that point, then it's just clean up. Have fun, Pizarro. Yes! We found a life spellbook! Yes, you can find spellbooks in this game. Nice! Now we have 11 life instead of 10. That discounts all of, it gives us, we had 30% cheaper to research and 30% cheaper to cast spells. Now we have 40% cheaper to research, 40% cheaper to cast spells that are life magic. That's really nice. Awesome. I'm going to save that. So that's really cool. Now all our spells will be cheaper. Now, not the arcane spells are not cheaper to cast. But yeah, Invulnerability was 140, now it's 135. Or, no, now it's 120. Lionheart was 140, now it's 120 to cast. And our spells got cheaper to research, too. That's really cool. Good stuff. Okay. We'll keep hanging out here. Got another city to whack. Oh, wow, that's truly sad. That is truly sad. So many Clack-on cities in this game. Alright. We don't need to build any more spears at this point. What do you need? Marketplace. Oh, we can actually... Yeah, we have enough food that we can speed you up a bit. Alrighty. I mean, if you want to keep those shamans there, that's fine. There's not that many shamans in the actual headquarters. How much magic points does she have? Okay, she has 100 magic. I would love it if she burned through her magic. Okay. Races towards me and then flees. It's like, okay. I feel like I'm getting mixed signals here. I feel like I just got mixed signals there. So we just hit 75 casting skill. Unfortunately, the hero did survive its retreat roll, so it did not die. Alright. Again, I want to get this... Pirate? Okay. Another event. Another silly event. Okay. Alright. I will feel much better once I have this on Jane. By the way, did I ever remember to rush by the granary down here? Because I don't think I did. Thankfully, I did not remember it in time. I don't know why the pirate stealing gold made me suddenly remember I had forgotten to rush by a granary, but it sure did. All right, goodbye. I mean, that was just sad. It's just like, okay, bye. I mean, at this point, we might as well go take this next neutral city, right? I guess. All right, so we finished casting that spell. I'd like to get... This unit just has such low health. I'd really like to get Lionheart on this unit, too. That stupid planar seal spell. I have to get rid of that. All right. How much mana does she have? 83. We should be able to take her out, though. And then we can clean up the rest of this. Oh, okay, yeah. Waste your mana on Holy Weapon. Fortunately, they didn't go for Jayan that time. They just kind of hit random units. Alrighty, so why don't we use Prayer? Gives us bonus on all the dice rolls. The other plane desperately trying to keep me out. I know, right? If I can just get some units over there, I'll be all set. Like, if I can just get one of my main stacks over there, I can conquer a city and then use it to get boats and start going for Sisra. Alright, Jayan, so what do we actually care about here? Notice that, by the way, this is the same hero we saw someone else with. The AIs can get multiple copies of the same heroes. Alright, I think the shamans are the ones I want to kill. What is Shredder? Does he have, he has Lionheart on him, so he should be okay to fight some of these guys. I'll wait a turn, though, for him. And these Nightblades, too. All these invisible units. Alright, well, I took out the Shaman. Raise dead. Okay, that's good. That actually costs a lot of mana to cast that spell. And then apparently they come back at half health. You know what? Shredder? Shred. Wait, what? Are there two Shredders here? That's not right. Okay. I'm like, surely that's not right. We're just going to take out all our ranged units. The Shredder does not seem to be taking any damage. Shredder is shredding. Shredder do be shredding. Okay. Wait, is there something? Wait, what? Didn't I kill everything? Where is there something alive? Does she have an? Oh, there's a. Oh, they have a Nightblades unit too. I was like, what's going on here? Nice, we didn't destroy any buildings. Excellent. Also, I think she didn't have enough magic to cast Spell of Return. I think she's just. Oh, we found a spell. We found a spell. Yeah, she's gone. She used up all her mana, so she didn't have enough spells left. And now we just get everything. We just have this new awesome halfling city here, which has almost every building done already. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, she's just gone now. So that's another real weakness in this game's engine, is the game is very very susceptible to decapitation strikes, where you just take out the AI instantly. Okay, well, I've got that Lionheart spell still going, but, yeah, okay. So we just took that out. Alright, I guess we're done for this turn here. Unless I want to move them around, I guess not. I think these ships just continue to hold here for right now. Yeah, so the only thing we really need to do is just break down that stupid planar seal spell. I'll have to look up the odds of succeeding. Okay, but yeah, we got a lot of money. We got even more fame from that. What's our fame up to? 76. In terms of magic, I could probably finish... Actually, we can finish this spell on this next turn, so let's just do that. 163. Is that it, right? Yeah, okay. And then we can see what else is there. Yeah, Shredder using the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Something like that. Anyway, this game is... It doesn't seem like there's all that much more we need to do in this game. We really just need to track... There's only one wizard left. We just have to track down Sisla. And then, but we can't get to him. And, I mean, we already know where his capital is. It's right here. We just have to get here. So we just have to... I mean, I'll take over these remaining 2 cities here. And then we just need to get through his stupid planar seal. So, hopefully we can take care of that. Sometimes the AI runs out of magic and they can't pay the maintenance cost and it just dispels automatically. But anyway, so we're going to stop here, and next time we're going to try to wrap up this game. I think we can finish it in one more session. But yeah, I mean, this was a great session. First we colonized this island, and then we took over green, and then we ran over here. So yeah, we'll take this over and then do our best to try to get over to the other plane, which we have almost finished exploring. And then, yeah, I mean, we can win the game by just going for the decapitation strike again. Just, like, knock him out, and then we don't have to take every single city. So, yeah, we'll do that next time. I hope you guys all have a great week. Take care. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you guys again soon. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.